Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, ma'am.
I'm on a live Facebook at the moment. I am just on live Facebook now. I'm on live
Do you
Facebook.
want to go? Sorry?
I'm on a live program at the moment, so you have to call back.
Okay. Well,
Thank you. Good morning. Morning to you guys. Morning. Morning to you. Morning to every one of you just coming on one by one. Good morning to you. It's been a very long time. I know. I've been busy with so many things. Good morning to you. Good morning. Thank you, everybody busy. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning to you, everybody. Good morning. You can look at the topic that I just put out there. I'm talking about the modern day slavery and human trafficking in our society. Is the government, is the society doing enough to protect his citizens, its people, its residents from human trafficking? It's not about the Nigerian and the diaspora. It's about every human on face on this planet. Is the government of that country, of each country, doing enough to protect its citizen? You know, from a modern day slavery, we call it. I have been so busy, and that's the reason why you have not seen my real light that frequently. The frequency will not be there because I am busy. I have other projects that my hands are on it, and as a result of that, you will not have the frequency this time around. But you will have me when I have the time and the opportunity to come on board, to come and share my brain, my knowledge, my experience, and my understanding with you, my friends, my fans, and my families out there. I have changed my name to Kumbo Lagbaye. Good morning to you according to the United Kingdom Greenwich Meridian Time. We are 11:56 in the UK, 4 minutes to 12 noon. 4 minutes to 12 noon. Please share this program. Let your family and friends know that I am around, I'm available. It can never be boring. I am alive, I am kicking, I am around, I'm on a live program right now. It can never be boring, so don't worry. There is no way it can be boring. How can you say good evening, the Lord? Mike, we are in the United Kingdom and our time in the UK is 3 minutes to noon. 3 minutes to noon. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, my dear. Miss you too, my dear. Miss you. Miss you too, guys. Miss you too. Miss you too, guys. Miss you too. Miss you too. Courtesy of the weather of the day, and that's courtesy of the God, because the weather is owing to an act of God. It is not what human can control. So courtesy of God, that is from God, and it's His mercy that we receive to make us have this beautiful weather of ours today in the United Kingdom, Greenwich Meridian Time. I am sure, if I am not mistakenly saying it, they gave me the degrees in the United Kingdom, and the area I am now is 19 degree, 19 degree, and it's high 21, low 9. You regional people that know how to do the forecast, you will understand it very well. Thank you. Come, let everyone know that I'm here now. Can you share my program and let people know? Just share it once, it's more than enough. Common sense prevail. Just at one go, you share it on one platform. About 4,000-5,000 on your platform will have it, and they can share it and share it again. It will be ridiculous to share a program at 20 times, 30 times. It won't make sense. But when you share it once, the whole people on your platform will have it, and they can share it on their one as well. Mathematically, it's only one time you need to share a program from your friend. Mathematically, it's only one time to share a program from a friend, a program that makes sense. So good afternoon, good morning to you, because we still have a minute to go to have the 12th noon in the United Kingdom. I'm looking at a particular topic, and it's called modern day slavery and human trafficking. Adeola Shuet, Ade Shuet and Olajire, thank you. Ekujo meta, Shalafia and Mubayi. It's a topic about the human trafficking and modern day slavery. This is in the heart of the government of every country that has human rights. It's in the heart of the government of each country that practices human rights. And when we're talking about human trafficking and modern day slavery. I'm looking closely into the arena of bringing people into the United Kingdom under immigration rules. I have totally ignored the economic factor of it, the labor market. I have ignored that. I have ignored the factory using them. I have ignored the cheap labor market, putting them in a factory. I have even ignored the factory and the companies and the train stations in Qatar using them on slavery, taking people from Nigeria, bringing them to Qatar to come and work on human trafficking, on modern day slavery. It's a cheap labor. It's modern day slavery. It's not should be. That's not supposed to be. You're supposed to concur with the minimum government requirement for wage in that country. Thank you. You know, so that is what we're looking at closely. But in totality of it, my friends out there, I have totally ignored the fact of looking at the factory, the organization, the uses of the labor market, uses of people on the labor market and economy aspect of it. I am now looking closely at the one that I have streamlined and taking it out of context. The UK one, Home Office one, human trafficking, using people modern day slavery, bringing them into the house to work for them, not making them have the interaction with people out there, using them as a slave, 24 hours, no rest of mind, enslaving them. That's the area I'm looking at. I have streamlined, I have cut down the uses of people on the cheap labor in the factory, in the house, you know, not in the house, but in the community and the country. You know, people creating a train station, railway, having Olympic. They have to take people from countries like Nigeria on the cheap labor to go and work in Oman, in Middle East, in Qatar, in Dubai. I have totally ignored that aspect. I am not concentrating on that aspect because that is economic labor. That is something to do with cheap labor. And I left that intentionally aside because it's a wide area of law. It's a wide topic. It's big. I have decided to stream it down because of the wide experience I have gained in terms of the immigration and nationality law, human trafficking and modern day slavery. So I am looking closely into that area. Chip in. If you know someone that's been affected, chip in. If you know someone that is struggling to get out of the mess, if you know someone that they think that they are bossy, they hold the whole world to themselves, and as a result of that, they are prepared to use someone as if somebody is not somebody to them, as if somebody is slave, and they are not born of a human womb. You know, if you know someone, speak out. We are on 07908 628240. 07908 628240. I actually don't want to come out to say this topic, but it came up twice, 3 times that I should talk about it today, and that's the reason why I am talking about it. And because I am not starting office work until 2 o'clock, you know, I have the opportunity and the privilege, you know, to start chipping in now, and then we can just talk about this particular problem. We're on 07908 628240. 07908 628240. I decided to use that line straight away. 07908 628240. 07908 628240. My pendant gold 18 karat chain, courtesy of a very good client of mine, Ayola. This is a pendant of 18 karat gold. I want to say courtesy of Ayola, who bought it as a gift to my very good self, you know, after a successful, well-done job for her. So thank you to you, Ayola. This is the pendant that you bought for me, you know, 18 karat pendant chain gold that you bought for me. So courtesy, Ayola, thank you. So let's chip in. I want to show appreciation. It is not good not to show appreciation. It's a very bad spirit not to show appreciation when people do something for you in life. It's very bad, and God will be angry with whoever doesn't do appreciation. So I appreciate you, Ayola. Thank you so much for this. I love you dearly. For this pendant, you are second to none. There are many other gifts, but because I'm having this on now, courtesy of Ayola, thank you. So we are looking at what we call modern day slavery, but I'm talking closely about the issue of people going into Nigerian typical example and bringing people into the country to come and live with them. They will go to the country, their country of origin, promise their family that they will bring that person into the country, they will take care of that person, and they will make sure that they have fought to give the person a better life that the family are unable to give to the person. But having said that, they will bring the person into the country, but at the end of the day, they would maltreat her, treat her. It's most common with female. It's female modern day slavery. You know, many of it is not with male child, it's female child. And when they bring them in, thank you. You know, and when they bring them in here, they use them as a slave. And that is so not called for. That is not nice. So what we're talking about today is modern day slavery. Are you there? 07908-628-240. What exactly is Home Office doing? How is Home Office getting himself involved to assist people in this particular delicate area? I have left the labor one aside because the labor market is a huge area to look into when people are being employed and being used because they haven't got papers. That is a that's another problem entirely that has to be looked into at a very different time. But the one I'm looking at is how is Home Office admitting responsibility in this particular area? A scenario where a person is brought into the country at the age of probably, say, 14 years old. The person was 14 when she was brought into the country. Now, the person was brought into the country possibly 2000/2001. And we are now in 2018. If we say 2000, the person was brought into the country, we are now in 18 years of that journey. Yeah? I don't know about G4. I know they are a security company that's working for the Home Office in the country, but I will not be able to talk about G4S. Thank you, Bodupe Agnes Oyibade. Thank you. Lisa, I will not be able to talk about that. I didn't come online for that today. Maybe if you have something to discuss, we can look at it closely. But at the moment, let's look at the modern day slavery / human trafficking. Now, a person that is brought into country at the age of 14, 18 years ago, of course, will be 32 years now. Now, look at it. At the age of 14, she was in secondary school then. She was in secondary school when she was brought from Nigeria or from Ghana, from Gambia, from Uganda, from any of the other parts of the world that is not Western, you know. I'm very well, thank you. Thank you. So she was brought into the country at the age of 14. When you look at 14 in 2000, it was 18 years ago. Now, if you look at 18 years ago, plus 14 years at the time the person came to the country, if you total it up to today's mathematics, it basically means that the person is 32 years in the UK. You know, it's 32 years in the UK. Now, 32 years in the United Kingdom means that you must have lived in the UK for 20 years on a private life application before you can make application, and this person has not said one word out. This person she's been living in the same situation, in the same capacity, has never gone to school, never interact other than take children to school, go back to the house and do all the dirty work in the house. I'm telling you, many of which the husband of the boss sleep with those girls. Many of which the husband or the partner of the boss sleep with those girls in her absence when she goes to work. So it's a double punishment. Double punishment. Many of which the boss, the husband or partner of the boss sleep with the lady in the house, the girl in the house. Don't forget, the girl came into the country just minor, just coming to teen. 13, from 13, 14, that is the teenager area. And that is the particular period that this particular girl need an appropriate adult in her life to assist her, to help her, to guide her in life. You know, but when you look at the scenario, is the time that they have taken her away from help, from assistance she could receive from an appropriate female adult in the family. An appropriate, and when the government or the law says an appropriate, it means somebody responsible, somebody with conscience, somebody that knows what she's doing, somebody that has a good grasp of understanding of how to bring a female child up, not somebody that's running up and down like helter skelter on the street, who doesn't even have time for herself, that will have time to take care of a female child. They now indirectly sold that female child into slavery. I need your contribution this afternoon program. I don't want to be the only person to be talking about this. There is so much incident about Morton Hall, whereby the female girls were assaulted where they being kept. Let me tell you one of them. There is an incident about a Vietnamese victim of child slavery. You know, they launched the proceedings against Morton Hall Immigration Removal Center. The Home Office admitted that the 19-year-old known as H was being detained illegally when he was attacked by another inmate who attempted to rape him in his cell in 2016. You can imagine that. You can imagine that. And that was a male one. Hello? Yeah, good morning to you. Thank you for calling in. Thank you so much.
Good morning. Yeah, I just watching your online show now.
Thank you. Thank you.
And it's a good place for everyone to know about their emotional status as well. It's good. I'm just trying to ask you a little bit of information, if it's possible. Is that right?
Yes, but I'm actually talking about a particular subject matter now, topic, and I would not want to deviate from that now, you know. And if we're answering your question on another level entirely, we might be losing audience, and I don't want to lose audience now. But yes, I want people to concentrate because this video is going into YouTube, so I want people to focus. Yes. So please call back later on. Yeah, call back. Apology to that effect. Cheers, thank you. So what I'm saying is that there is so much of this problem, and how is Home Office taking care of it? I am looking at the Home Office situation. I am not looking at any other area at the moment. I am looking at how Home Office is concentrating in that area, assisting people to come out of this dilemma, you know. So I am actually concentrating in that area. Now, if you look at it, yeah, Morton Hall has said the assault that took place at the removal center. That is a removal center. So Morton Hall is a representative of Home Office detention center. So it's one of their detention center. So they investigate, which means that there is so much happening. I'm looking at it in a different angle. The one I'm looking at now is that of what use I'm going to block you, the person who's called Wisdom Annie. Yeah, whatever your name is, I'm going to block you, Wisdom Annie, because I don't have time to beat around the bush. You know, if you want to come on my platform and you cannot concentrate and listen to the knowledge I am sharing with the public, Wisdom Annie, I am going to block you. I am not the type of person that you can walk around with. I don't have the time. Okay, on a street-wide talk, I don't have the time, so I'm going to block you if your care is not taken. After this just write-up, if I see anything again relating to that nonsense, I'm going to block you because I don't even know you. Your name is not even real. You understand? But if you continue and carry on in that manner, I'm going to block you off my chat lines. I'm going to block you off all my lines. Wisdom Annie. So respect yourself, and respect is reciprocate. So respect yourself. If you cannot respect yourself, pack well from my line. Pack well, because I haven't got your time, and I mean it. I don't have your time. You know, you should be able to respect people when you come on their platform or their chat line, and that's what they call respect is reciprocate. You understand? If I can talk with due respect and deal with people on a large scale, I will expect the same human being to respect him or herself when they come on my platform. I'm going to block you off anyway, so there is no two ways about that. You will not escape blocking off. So like I was saying to you, the most important thing that I want you to be aware of is that when they bring them into the country, you know, I know it's a distraction. I know. Thank you, Jiba Crown. Yes. When they bring them into the country, they keep them in the house. They kept them in the house unnecessarily asking them to do all the dirty work in the house. And when you ask them to do all the work in the house, if you go to a parent and say you want to bring assist that family to bring their child into the country, there is always a way to do it. There is always a way to do it. There is always a way to do it. You know, you cannot bring someone into the country So, as I was saying, when you bring them into the country, you have an obligation to the family that you have promised that you are taking their kids into the United Kingdom for a better life. Now, it's child trafficking because you are not the right ownerful of that child. You are not the biological parent. You are not an adopted parent. You took that parent, that child from their family to say that you want to bring them into the UK to give them a better life. That kind of situation, if care is not taken, can attract prison sentence. It can attract prison sentence. You see, there are some things that you don't joke with and you think you can get away with it. Now, this particular scenario came to see me. Apologies to those who have the scenario anyway, but they are aware that it will come to public. Exactly, it's private filtering. Sharing, thank you, Jerry. Apologies to those who have the scenario, but they are aware that I will discuss, but I will not mention names. They are aware of it. You know, they are aware that I will talk about it, but I will not mention names. Now, what am I saying? Basically, what I'm trying to explain to you now is that the young lady came to United Kingdom. The auntie brought the young lady to UK and said that they're going to give the young lady a better life. Yeah, they're going to give the young lady a better life. But at the end of the day, there was nothing there for the better life called. You know, there was nothing there. There was nothing there to say that this is a better life given to that young girl. Now, from the age of 14 to the present moment, the young girl has now grown age. You know, the young girl has now grown age. And she's now possibly, well, she came in 2000. So she's now in her 32. She's now in her 32. So if she's now in her 32, it basically means that she will not be able to put in an application. Let's now talk about the scenario she's going through at the moment. When she was leaving her country of origin, yeah? Leaving country of origin. Leaving country of origin, they promise heaven and earth to the parents, to the surviving parent. I will use the word surviving parent. You know, surviving parent. So mothers should shine their eyes, shine their faces up and clean their hairs as well to know exactly how to react to a goodies that is too good to be true. Goodies that is too good to be true. Somebody comes to you, asks for your daughter to be taken away to United Kingdom, not asking you for any money contribution, collected passport for that daughter of yours, and that daughter of yours is not 3 years old, not 2 years old. It's 14 years, 15 years, 16 years. That is the tender age that girl needs you most in life. Now you release that girl to the so-called anti-UK, anti-London, Sister London, yeah? Sister London. Sister London is working 24 hours in the UK. Sister London doesn't have time to take care of her home and her children. So as a result of that, she needs a slave. She needs a slave to have in her house to be doing all the dirty work for her. In between, she got visa. That was then when visa was easy. Not now. Not now. That was then when visa was easy. Not now. So she got visa for the young lady. Thank you, thank you. You know, she got visa for the young lady, brought the young lady into the country, and the young lady managed to have to help her to raise 2 brand new children up from birth. She has 3 or 2 before she arrived into the country, and she saw that young lady saw the 2 children growing to become adults in her lifetime, in her present. Also, the 2 new ones that were born in her time were also brought up by this young lady to the age of now, the present age. Hello.
Hello, hi, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, dear. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for talking about this topic.
Yes.
Because, I came into this country in a similar way. Well, I was only 30 years at the time. And people think that these things doesn't happen, but they actually do happen every day. And the situation when you talk to the authority about it, and you are thinking that you're going to help you, but they just
Did you say you came to UK in a similar way?
yes. I was 13 when I came in.
Hmm.
And when you talk to the authority about it, it will make you even feel lost about the whole thing. Because the kind of support that you're going to receive is even worse than you think like it's worse than what where you are coming from. Because in a situation when after I got resting and I was thinking like, okay, everything is okay, I'll be okay now. It turned out that my passport, it was not with me. As soon as I came in, the person took my passport away. I don't even know what was written on it at that time. The problem I faced was when I went after I was in a favor. So they took me because I didn't have a document to remain in the country. They asked me to go and seek for asylum. I went there for my training interview. And when I got there, I found out that the whole document did not contain anything about me at all. And I was trying to tell them that this is my name, this is my age, and this is where I'm from. But the things on the passport were saying different things from me, not even my name. It was not carrying my name or anything. And it was really tough, really. And I ended up being arrested and any other thing before I got released. But it's really difficult for people to speak out about this issue because even when you speak out, it can result in different treatment for everybody. So thank you for talking about this. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your contributions. Now, before you leave line, you were saying you were brought into the country in this capacity.
Yes.
How long ago was this?
I came in 2011. When I was just 13.
When you were how old?
13 years.
2011, you were 13 years. So obviously you probably be around 20 years now.
Yes.
Now, when you were coming, a 13-year-old person would have understood a bit of what is happening, but not in detail. Was your mother alive?
No. It was in a different situation when I didn't have any guidance at the time. I didn't have anybody they didn't talk about any of this. I was actually in a house with somebody.
Okay. Were you living with the woman that brought you to the United Kingdom?
Yes, I was living with her, but she was not the one that brought me. She told me that her brother and his wife was looking for somebody.
Okay.
He was looking for somebody to come to the UK to help with child care and every other thing.
Okay, let's pieces this carefully.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's pieces this carefully because I want a lot of people to gain knowledge from this situation. So let's pieces this carefully. Now, the pieces of it is that you were 13 years old when you came to UK, and you were given a visa. You don't know how the visa was. Anyway, that's not your business. You were living with a relative of the relative who you were now living with in England.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Okay. Now, the woman you were living with in Nigeria was one that arranged with her brother and his wife, and the brother's wife for you to come and join them in the UK.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. It was Lagos.
Okay. Now, let's take it step by step. Let's take it step by step. Yeah?
Okay.
So, when they brought you to United Kingdom, so you finished the work you were doing with them in Nigeria, with the auntie in Nigeria, because you have now joined
Yes.
her brother and the wife in England, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. 7 years ago now, could you expatiate a little bit what you have gone through, what you have went through, what has transpired between you and this family of yours in the UK now?
When I came here, my expectation was to go to school, because that was one of the things that they told me about. But fortunately, when I got here, I met the man and the woman. They have 2 kids at the time, and I was very happy to be with them. But it happened that now the situation was even worse, because it was not like a shy spell.
There was nothing like what?
The shy spell was not to look after the children, but it was very different. Their idea was very different from what they told me.
How do you mean?
I was brought, when I got here, what happened was they had to push me, told me to pay them off. That the money they used to take me here, I have to pay back to them. And then said that I was going to pay 100,000 to them back. And that was how the story got very bad.
So they demanded money from a 13-year-old.
Yes, they did. They did.
So okay, carry on.
So in that aspect, I was being moved from place to place all over the UK.
Who moved you? Who moved you from place to place?
It was the man and his wife to go and meet different men I don't know, different people I don't know. And
to go and hold on. To go and live with people, different people, yeah.
To go and actually have a sexual intercourse with somebody.
To go and have sexual intercourse with people.
Yes. And over the years, I was in between that. Over those years, I was there with them as I worked day and night just to pay that money for them.
So you were there.
Yes, I was there with them.
So you were there with those people that they move you to go and sleep with.
Yes. One place to another.
From one place to another.
Yes. Thank you for your contribution. I'm really pleased that you brought it up. It really do happen here.
Hold on. I'm not asking for your name. You are protected. I have already protected everything about you, so you are okay, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
I am so sorry to hear this, yeah. I as a mother, I shed tears inside me the way you are talking to me now. I am really, really sorry to hear this, but I know it's an epidemic situation in our community, in our society, in the world at large. There is over 36 million, over 36 million of people in this situation, one way or another. And that is the reason why this topic is coming up, has come up today, and it's going up and up every time. Now, don't go yet. At the moment now, what are you doing to develop your life?
Actually, nothing. I'm just in a house where really there's nothing going on, and just waiting for the almost history.
Okay. So the issue of sexual intercourse from places to places, yeah. I really want you to tell me a little bit. I don't want to make you cry, but I want you to have confidence to speak out. The reason why I'm asking you this question or this issue is that for how long did this one go on for? How long?
It go on for a long time. I only got away last year. Last year, I think, was February. Last year, February.
And the type of people that you meet with, are they Nigerian indigents?
No, they were mostly British.
They were mostly British.
Yeah.
You mean white British?
Yes.
And the payment, how is the payment made? Did they give the money to you or they give it to the boss directly?
They give it to him directly.
To him?
Yes, directly.
And it's a Nigerian dissident?
Yes. He and his wife.
Both of them?
Yes.
So, the question now is that, where are you now?
I'm in a safe house.
You are in a safe house.
Yeah.
How did you...
I need to go now.
I understand. I know the pressure you are. I appreciate you. But how did you get out of this? Who took you out?
It was the person I went to meet. They took me to meet for the same purpose. So I told him he was the one that helped me out.
The last person you went to go and meet?
Yes. He was the one that helped me out.
I will not keep you again. I will not keep you further on this. I want to appreciate you. I want to thank you for speaking out. I want to appreciate you. You know where I am. You know my number. If you want to speak to me in confidence, please do not hesitate to come to me and come and speak to me. Do not hesitate to inbox me, to come and talk to me. Okay? Please, please. If you need my help further, yeah, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. You can see that it's real. You can see that it's not a make-up story. You can see that she was under pressure to get out quickly. There is a shame to those who brought her into the country to use her as a prostitute in the United Kingdom. You see, I know. They brought her into the country when she was 13. I so much love this girl for coming out to speak on this thing. The one I was going to talk about to you was the one that came in to see me 2 or 3 days ago. I know she needs me. I've managed to take her number down. I've managed to save the number. I am going to give her a shout back after this program. I will call her and talk to her and see if I can meet up with her. I know. Thank you so much for your response. I know it's a serious matter. I would get involved. I will get involved. And this is the reason why I'm asking question. What is Home Office doing? The one that came to see me 2-3 days ago probably also jammed someone on the street, and he brought her to come and see me in the office as well. Now, the scenario here before this is that I can never imagine that some people will be so heartless. But believe me, people are heartless out there. People are heartless. People are desperate. People are wicked. They are so desperate for anything, and they can do anything to get what they want. They are desperate. They are wicked. They are heartless. Believe me, it's happening out there. Trust me. Unless God is with you, it's happening. Now, this is a vulnerable person. All these scenarios that we have now, they are vulnerable. They are vulnerable. The reason why they are vulnerable is because they were in the tender age where they need an appropriate adult to guide them, to assist them, to put them through the journey. But the problem here is that some adults are so cruel in heart, they are heartless. You can see how they've turned that girl's life too. Amen, amen, amen. I am not laughing for this case. I am laughing because people are heartless. Honestly. Something that you cannot cry for anymore. You have to just laugh it off. I am crying inside me on this matter, on other human trafficking, modern day slavery case. It's really bad out there. It's really bad. Why? Why? Now, when you look at it, it's so saddening. It's so saddening. It's so saddening. She was brought into the United Kingdom when she was relatively young, 13 years old. Relatively young, 13 years old. And it was only 7 years ago. 7 years ago. 7 years ago. Which means that if you look at 13 years age and 7 years ago, she's now 20. So, whether Secretary of State like it or not, she has to Javid, he said he will have to exercise a discretion in this situation. DL, discretionary leave would have to be used in this situation. Discretionary power will have to be exercised. The reason why I said discretionary leave is that this scenario has not met any of the immigration rules, because she came in 7 years ago and she's now 20. So for private life application to be made successfully, she needs 10 years of her time in the UK. So for her to go straight forward in this application, she must have shown that she's been here for 10 years. But she's not here for 10 years. She's only here for 7 years. But her situation is a predicament one. It's a situation that is beyond unbearable, that it's difficult to leave her like that on the street. And she cannot be returned back to the country of origin because there's every evidence that she will be killed. Her credibility has already been damned. The credibility has already been damaged. She's kept in a safe place. They have kept her in a safe place. So she's not visible to anybody except the organization where they keep her now, which I'm aware that the police is aware, the women organization is aware, the Home Office probably aware because the paperwork is with the Home Office now. That application would definitely need the Secretary of State power. That is an application completely outside status, outside rules, that would need Secretary of State intervention. Now, human trafficking, modern day slavery, it's an epidemic situation in our society, in the world at large. And when we're talking of 21 to 36 million people in the world that are facing modern day slavery, you will not believe it. You will not believe it. But the statistics is there. The statistics is there and it's real. The statistics is there and it's real. Our child slavery victims, they have to sue Home Office after sexual assault at Motton Hall. That is sexual assault at Motton Hall, which is in the detention center of the Home Office. But what about the so-called boss that brought a child into the country to assist the family or for another thing entirely, and they changed the whole story. They changed the whole story and they turned her to sex slave, prostitution, asked her to be sleeping from one place to another. What of if she caught the virus called HIV? What of if she caught the virus? I am not going to accept the argument for now. Osanyade Eranhon. Osanyade, I am not going to accept that argument. You can listen to what she said. I'm a woman and I have to respect them. She was brought in from her boss that she's living with in Nigeria to say to her to come and continue her assignment with the brother and the wife in the UK. That could happen to anybody. But when they got her into the country, they were asking her for money that they spent to bring her into the country. Tell me, for Christ's sake, loud. Where would a 13-year-old get money, a ticket money, a document money to pay the bus back? When they told her that she would they would send her to school, she would be living with their children, and she saw children of her age possibly, and she was happy, even if it's not of her age. If she's 13, if she saw 9-year-old, 10-year-old, she can hang around with them. Even if it's 7, 8 years old, she can hang around with them, because that's the caliber, that's the same level of age that could still do things together and make noise. And they're now asking her for 100,000 then. Where is she going to get the 100,000 from? Where is she going to get the 100,000 from? And because she could not get the 100,000, a 13, 14-year-old, it basically means that she was this virgin at the early stage. She was introduced to sex at a tender age, when she's supposed to be hidden, supposed to be taken care of by an appropriate adult, showing her a way of left and right, showing her the right place to go to. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm on 07908 628240. Thank you, Ruth Hudo. The girl sounds broken. The girl sounds broken. And that is the scenario. Sounds broken. And somebody is saying that the girls of today are desperate. I think you should take that word off. The person who wrote that, can you delete it, please? Delete your own write-up with what you have said, that the girls of today are desperate. They're not desperate. That is what poverty can cause. It's not about desperation, it's about poverty. It's about when you don't have assistance. I'm on 07908 628240. I will not accept the argument. I'm on 07908 628240. 07908 628240. That is the number I am on. But I won't accept the debate to say that girls of today are desperate. If somebody has a clean heart and you know what is happening around you, common sense should prevail. To maltreat someone is a great sin in the eyes of God, and there will be no forgiveness in that aspect, especially when it comes to somebody who is so hidden, very young and a tender at that tender age. You know, so I don't accept your argument. It is poverty that can actually make people do anything to survive. It's the poverty. And it's very annoying for somebody to be saying that girls of today are desperate. Girls are not desperate. What is 13-year-old girls understand? What does she know? So please don't let us use that English again. I am angry. I will not concur. Thank you, Kevin. Kevin's funny. Yes. Thank you, Kevin. You see, respect is reciprocate. Let us concentrate on the topic before us. We are on 07908. Yeah? We are on 079. We are on 07908 628 240. 07908 628240. That is the number we are on. Hello.
Hello, ma. Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon. We're talking about modern day slavery and human trafficking in our society. Is government doing enough?
That's why I want to check in.
Thank you.
To your program since you started. You are doing a very great work.
Thank you. Welcome.
Now, I just want to tell you that there is some those people who are writing that some girls are desperate. They are just distractions. Those are the agents that they use to bring those kind of girls into this country. Because when we all listened to the girl, and she was even panicking.
Exactly.
She cannot even freely talk to you because she's so afraid, and she has to go. She was in a hurry to do that. Maybe she didn't want somebody to bite into her and listen to what she was saying. She was so panicking, and everybody can even hear from her tone. Please, you are doing a great work. Continue to do that. If you look at that name, it sounds like those names that normally bring them from those states to this country to come and be doing that kind of work. They are distractions. That's what I just want to tell you, ma.
Thank
God bless
you.
ma.
Thank
Bye.
you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're live on 07908 628240. We're talking about modern day slavery and human trafficking. Is it appropriate in our society? And why are we having the large numbers of people that have been trafficked from developing world into the Western world? What is the causes of this, and what can government do to assist? Is government doing enough to help people? You can listen to that typical scenario. That was a real life scenario. It wasn't a fake scenario. It was a real life scenario, which basically is saying that it was a real life scenario, which basically saying that it is true, this thing is happening. And I really appreciate her a lot, to be honest with you. If I have the opportunity, if she give me, because it's down to us, an individual, she's an adult. If she give me the opportunity, I will not stop helping people. I won't stop. No matter what in life, I will not stop helping, because that is the only grace that I have on the planet to do good. So I am going to call her. I'm going to have a private meeting with her and find out if there is any area she think I can get involved officially in her life. If she needs my financial assistance, I will, and if she needs my legal involvement, my expertise, I will. And if she needs contact more, I will connect her to the appropriate people that can assist her in the diaspora. As far as the diaspora is concerned, we still have it on our palm. So we are grateful to God and to the government of the day. But let us be realistic. I would not want anybody to be using wrong English on this platform. Let us concentrate. Human trafficking, modern day slavery is a real problem. The statistics is currently showing that it's increasing every day. People are even being recruited. They've been recruited to bring them into country to use them. There are so much of scenarios that have happened in terms of when people are being taken from Nigeria, take them to Italy to go and do the work prostitution there. It's still modern day slavery. But I'm looking closely into United Kingdom situation on Home Office, how they are getting themselves involved to assist people. It's so bad to leave a 13-year-old on her own to go and live with someone, it's a stranger entirely, in another country completely. This young lady that came to see me 2 days ago, they didn't let her go to school. The English she speaks is the English she knows when she was in Nigeria. She hasn't got any of the English accent. And when a person comes to a foreign country like United Kingdom at the age of 15, they will pick up the accent immediately. I said to people yesterday, if you come around the age of 13, 14, 15, 16, school age, you're going to pick up the accent, because you're going to mix up with the school children of your caliber who will threaten you, will fight you, you will play with, who you will imitate. So you are born to pick up the accent. But the situation here is that she never had the opportunity. She was not given the opportunity to go out there, educate herself. There was no education. There was nothing other than indoor work. Cleaning. From morning till night, that's what she does for a living. But let me tell you, the fact that she managed to see me 2 days ago with somebody who brought her means that she's coming out of a problem. But if she returns inside it, then she needs to blame herself. If she returns inside it, she will need to blame herself. The fact that she had the opportunity to get herself out of that problem 2 days ago to come and see me, it basically means that she's getting to somewhere. But let me tell you, the starting point is the police. The starting point of this kind of epidemic problem to get a way out of it is to get the police assistance on your side. Yes, in a civilized country. Yes. The starting point is to get the police on your side. If you cannot get the police, then you're stuck. If you can't get the police, you're stuck. The starting point is to get the police on your side. So regardless of whatever somebody else is saying at the moment, when someone is in a situation that they are housebound, trafficked, kept in the house, no freedom, and not able to go to party, not able to meet friends, not able to have education, not able to do things except being in the house, they are under modern day slavery, and they are being trafficked into a foreign land. If you look at what that young lady said, with due respect, how are we sure that she has not caught virus at the moment? When a lady sleep around and sleep around and sleep around, sleep from one man to another man, one man to another man, they are more likely to catch virus. They are more likely to get virus, HIV virus. And the situation is becoming a scenario whereby they have to see a medical doctor. Now, this young lady needs to visit a doctor first and foremost, because she says she only came out of it last year. So she needs to go for full medical test. Full medical test to come out of this. Without doubt, there is possibility that she may have caught virus in between this journey. There is possibility that she may have caught virus. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm on 07908 628240. What is the situation? What is the way forward? I am very sure that I have spoke about this topic some times ago. Yeah, I became Momsi Ashabi said this family needs to be dealt with. They need to be dealt with. Those family needs to be dealt with. I agree with you, Abike. I totally agree with you. Those family will need to be dealt with. But how? I am sure that the government or the stakeholder agent that is assisting that young lady will not have put her in a place where she is if they have not had contact with the so-called fake boss of her. So they will have had contact. Thank you, Jare Okechukwu. Thank you, Okechukwu Pius. Thank you. We are talking about abuse. Somebody is talking about papers. Thank you, Okechukwu. You see, we still have men. Okechukwu is a complete male name. You know, Okechukwu is a complete male name. So we still have men that we can still respect. Naomi Williams said, I am a nurse. I am feeling it. I am feeling it. It's painful. I am a nurse. I am feeling it. I am crying inside me. That is what Naomi Williams said now. And it is true. It's a true life scenario. It's a problem that is going on that people need to get involved and assist them. But if you know anyone that is in that scenario, please, they cannot keep quiet. There are true men. There are still true men around. So I cannot just discard every man talking. No. That is him, the one who spoke. That is his belief. That is his understanding to human life, and that is his understanding to human rights. That is how he can help. But that's fine. That's fine. His head will not be chopped off because of that. That's fine. That's his belief. But for good men of standard, Olope Kola Fashoro, Okechukwu, true men that are still talking here, the true scenario is that I concur with you. We're talking about child abuse here, and you're talking about immigration status, talking about papers. Excuse me, they're not the same. They're not the same. They're not the same at all. They're not the same. The scenario is that they're not the same at all. They're different. They're not the same at all, and we've got to really understand it. That these things are not the same. Human trafficking, child slavery, abuse is different from immigration status papers. Lady Hale, in her judgment, God bless her. God bless her, Lady Hale, the Supreme Court senior female judge. In a determination on that particular case law, she said child are not to be blamed for their immigration status because they are not aware of where they are. They are not in charge. They are not in control. It's the adult that brought them that should be blamed. They are a victim. Child is a victim. When it comes to immigration issue, immigration paperwork, they are a victim. This particular person that called me is a victim. And as a result of that, we should understand clearly. I know. I know. I don't know what that means, but the sign says yes. Thank you. Well done. Yeah. But to be honest with you, the child should not be blamed for anything that happens to them during their settling in the United Kingdom, because they are not aware of the immigration situation when they were being brought into the country. Now, this young person that was brought into the country, even 20 years is still teen. A 20-year-old is still teen and still need help, assistance, and guidance. You see, a child that lives in the house needs help all the time because they are still under mommy and daddy's puppet control. So they should always be under guide. Not now talk of when we talk about somebody who's talking about papers. We're not talking about papers. We're talking about child abuse case here. Did you hear her scenario? She said she was made as prostitute to sleep around. She was made as prostitute to sleep around with men for money. And she's not having the money. He took the money. The guy took the money. The heartless, painful, unserious chaplets took the money and pocketed the blood money. That is a blood money. Yes. Yes, thank you. And let's speak to where the message is supposed to go. It's so unfair. Child trafficking, modern day slavery is a big problem in our society, in the world at large. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. We're talking about modern day slavery and human trafficking.
Yes, ma'am. I just want to share my own life experience regarding it because I so much appreciate you bringing up this topic, and the Lord will bless you for all that you can do for the public.
Thank you.
Apparently, I didn't even know that I've been hearing about modern slavery, but I didn't even know that where I am or where I live, I'm actually being enslaved because obviously when you don't have anybody to turn to, whatever you're going through, you just have to go with it. And people that you're living, since you don't have any other person anywhere. Apparently, I've got my cousin that I lived with since when I was age 8 years old because I lost my mom at about age 4 and my dad rejected me. When they were living together in Nigeria, and then when they migrated to UK, they brought me in. But they told me that I was going to be going to school. They did a student visa, I came in. But when I came in, the story changed. They told me that, they brought me here, but it's not that. When I came, they told me that bringing me here is not for going to school. That what I've been doing back home, because they have 4 children, and I was one that was looking after them. Unfortunately, they are mother, and it's not as if they don't have parents, they don't have mother. But they said I have to look after them, and I'll be the one to take them to school. The mother is not available, the father is not available, so I'm the only one with 4 kids in this country. And when I don't even know how it was about childcare, so I just keep on doing whatever I'm doing. But at a point, and I thought to myself, I said, if I'm here and I can't even go to school, and what am I going to do? I'm just going to be... So what happens is I'll take the children to school, come back home, clean up the house. I don't have a phone. Sometimes sometimes they'll lock me up in the house that, I didn't listen to them. Maybe if I look around, that let me even look for a job to do since they're not around to get money, because they didn't even give me pocket money and all that. Well, so many things has happened, but let me cut the long story short. Not until December, because I came in 2007. in 2009, I was able, before then, I was able to maneuver my way to look for a job, and then I was working. I ended up sending myself to school. So I went to uni. So at the point when they said that this girl is making progress with her life, the girl upset that that's the reason why they brought me here. And the opportunity that I was able to do that is because they don't live around. The husband works abroad, the wife is in Nigeria. So I'm the one that is here with 4 children, 3 boys and a girl.
In the UK?
So, yes, ma'am. So even in the children's school, they don't know their parents, and the one they know. So all they just do is phone call. If there's any problem, I have to call them. Oh, daddy, they said it. Oh, mommy, they said it, and then they will tell me what to do. And that is it. So they don't even know their parents. But I still know the graphics of what they were doing because I was how do I call it? I was ignorant. I don't know that it's a serious issue. It's a serious case. But in 2009, I graduated. I did HND, and I was doing my degree, and then they got upset that that's not the reason why they brought me here. And meanwhile, if I tell you that I'm working, my salary is being paid into the man's account, and if I need money, I have to. He will be the one to withdraw the money for me. After me crying over the money I'm working for, I can't even open an account for myself. If I'm going to pay my school fees, the money that I worked for, because I paid as an international student, I used the opportunity that they did a student visa. I said, no, I have to embrace and give myself a future. If I want to pay my school fees, the man will write a check in his name on my own money, and then I will give it to me. I will go and pay it, and I will give him the receipt because he's a self-employed. So he will even be paying tax on that, the money that I am paying. So at the end of the day, when I graduated, they got upset that that's not the purpose of them bringing me into the country. They want to send me back to Nigeria to begin again. But I don't know what happened, because when God is ready to sort people out, He makes your enemies to do a mistake in your favor. I don't know what happened. They are Christian. They are Muslim. I'm a Christian. I went to church. I don't know what transpired at home. They locked me out. In 2009, I couldn't get in snow in December in snow. I slept out for 3 days. I have my key because I am the one that looks after the children. I have the key to the garden. I have the key to the main entrance. But the thing just came over them. They'd already prepared that they were going to send me back to Nigeria. But God used their own daughter for me to save me, because it was their daughter that was telling me that, oh, see, Mom, Daddy said that you're not going to get back into the house because he has gotten to know that you go to church, blah, 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 because they're fanatics. So at the end of the day, they locked me out. I slept outside for 3 days. I had to, in the middle of the night, around 12 o'clock, I had to go to one of my classmates, my colleague, and said, please, I need you to help me out. I don't have anywhere to stay. And this is cold. I don't know where to turn to in December. So I had to run to our place. After 3 days, my friend told me, that you can't stay outside like this. You don't have clothes to wear. You don't have nothing. Now, why don't you go to the police and report so that they can help you, even if they're not going to let you back into the house. Let them help you to go inside and get your stuff if they don't want you to live with them again. I never knew what was happening. I didn't even know that there's anything like slavery or anything. I was just doing my own thing that maybe, because normally before they beat me up, they would lock me in the house, they beat me with brooms and everything, they maltreat me, sometimes they don't give me food. Even where I'm working, they even know that the people I'm living, they're not my biological parents, because they've locked me up sometimes that I can't even call them at work, that I'm not coming to work. They've told me, they've read the resignation letter by themselves and asked me to sign it, to take it to work, to stop that job. So many things that they've done. But to cut the long story short, my application is in the Home Office, and the lawyer that was able to get to help me put in the application was the one that now, when I told her my story, she now put it in the right of covering letter, that representative letter, that this was what happened to me, blah, 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 blah. And then it was the case worker that now brought it up that and replied the lawyer back that she raised something that is a concern about servitude, and that they should give me a form to sign so that they can refer to the NRM. And this, as I'm telling you, Mommy, this has happened since 2009. This issue now, they are not getting to the root now to know that this is a serious issue until 2 weeks ago. Since 2009. So I've been into it, dragging it, because I don't know, number one. And how many people am I going to explain that this is what I've gone through and this? It was even now that I'm knowing that childcare is an issue in this country, now that I start having children. So I didn't know that they brought me to use me at that time. So now, it is now that the Home Office now, the reason why I'm calling in is because we are asking that what are the Home Office doing about it? I'm now saying that now they are acting on it because they now know that it's so rampant now, and a lot of people are in bondage that they don't even know, people like me. We don't even know that this is a serious issue because of the poverty back home. So whatever they do to us here, we just take it because we don't even have anybody to go back to. Like me, I'm an orphan. I don't have a father. My father is dead. My mother is dead. I don't even know any of my siblings. I don't know nobody. So whatever they do, you just have to take it like that. So now they are now acting that definitely but they want to contact them. I said, you know what? If you contact them, that means I'm dead because they will kill me. Don't do anything. So I just need you to help me to bail me out. You let me regularize my status and go and look for work and do to take care of my children and my family. Going back to them is another problem for me because the family will bounce back on me. They will kill me and kill my children. This I'm telling you just happened yesterday. The police called me. They said the Home Office contacted them, blah, blah, blah. The Salvation Army, they were calling me that they can help. I said, you know what? I don't want to press any charges and I don't want to them to contact them. Let them just leave them alone. God has already fought for me. All I want is, I've moved on with my life. All I want is let them help me, give me, approve my application, and then I can move on with my life. So what is happening is real. I am the victim. Mommy, I'm just giving you a tip of the iceberg of what I've gone through. My life really gone with me, but I thank God because He has a purpose for me. So, as it is, the Home Office are actually at the edge of looking deep into cases when it arises, when they see that if someone is able to get a good representative, a good lawyer that is able to give a good covering letter, when they write it properly and a good case worker go through it, they know that this thing is real, they will investigate and they know it's real. So they're actually working on it, but maybe 2 in 10. That is so it saves the person that is lucky to be able to get to the right person to know that, oh, this person is actually in bondage, let's help them out. So it's real, it's happening. It's really happening. I've been in it for the past 33 years.
Eh?
Yes, ma'am. So it is the grace of God. So it's real and it's happening. So people should not when they say girls are this, girls are that. I am a virgin. My husband is the one that is virgin me. So what are we talking about? So it's not about the girls are desperate. It is the environment that we are into. And that's why we should continue to pray for the government in Nigeria, because if our country is good, people will not be able to take advantage of us.
I like your courage. I must be honest with you. Now, before you leave, you have spoken well, and the public they've heard you very well. But some of the questions I want to take from you is that when you came to UK in 2000 and when was that? 2007 as a student.
Yeah.
How old were you then?
I was 22.
22. So you were adult then, yeah?
Yes.
And you were in the house living with them till when?
I was living with them till 2009 when it happened, but I've been living with them since when I was 8 years old.
Oh.
From back home.
Oh. So that they are the family you know.
Yeah, exactly, ma. So it's based on that, they brought me here. What I've been doing, looking after the children at home, they brought me here to continue, but I didn't know. They told me I was going to continue my school and everything. But when I got here, they told me that that's not the reason that why they brought me here to continue what I've been doing back home. But I'm the one that embraced myself and said, no, I determined in myself that I will go to school. So I sent myself to school and paid my school fees in this country as an international student. I paid 3 months instrumentally. So those are the things that got them upset, and then they said, you know what, this girl is just going to spoil our plan. They wanted to take me back home. In their anger, they kicked me out. After 3 days outside, it was when I went to the police and said they should come and help me. Even when the police got there, they refused them to enter into the house. And they said they will break the house, they will break the door to get in if they don't allow them to come in. Then they opened the door and they said they've been looking for me. And the police told them, this person that you're even saying that you didn't kick her out, she has the key. Why can't she get into into the house because they put the key at the back of the door and they don't want me to get in. And the police told them and said, she's an adult anyway. She's not even supposed to be in this house. Then they kept quiet. And they wanted to be arguing with the police, and the police officer said, they're not here to argue. She just needs to let her get in and get her stuff. They blocked me. They said they don't want it. They even told the police officer that they don't have my pass because all my credentials, my passport, everything is with them. They denied it. So it was the officers that told me that I have to go to the police station and report that my passport is lost. So in case if they want to use it for anything, they will be in trouble. Because when I went to the police station at the initial, they asked me, do I want them to do anything when they get there? I said, no, they are my parents. I don't want them to do anything. All I need is let me get in and get my clothes. And smell it. For 3 days, I've not even cleaned up. I can't change my clothes. I don't know what they're up to. If they don't want me to live with them again, let me get my stuff and go and look for a way out for my life.
Mm-hmm.
So when they got in, I told this police officer that was standing with me in the room, I said, please, can you help me tell them to give me my passport? Because I know where they keep it, but when I looked at the place, I found out that they've even taken the pin off. They've taken the folder off the place. It's not even there anymore. So they told the police officer, they said it's a lie, that they don't have they don't have it. That they don't have my passport with them. And the police officer said, because I didn't sign search warrant, they can't search the house. So the only advice they will give me is to go back immediately to the police station and go and report it. So I have to start processing another passport and everything to get myself together again. So it's real, man. It's real. It's happening. People are heartless and they're wicked.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thanks a lot. If you need me for further talk here, you can contact me after this program.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. God bless you.
Thank you.
Yes,
dear.
ma'am.
Bye.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
No, good afternoon, Kumbo.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, actually listening to your program, and I just want to contribute. I would say I am a victim, so I had to take myself out of it. Modern slavery is actually happening here in the youth. Not enough, or by the grace of God, you die in it. First and foremost, like the previous caller said, some is lack of ignorance and maybe based on because you have been brought up as a child that on the community service.
Can I ask you to off and call back again because your line is jumping.
Okay.
Please,
okay. I'll do that.
please. It's really happening, ladies and gentlemen, and it's real. It's not fake. It's not something you can stage. You see, there are some scenarios, there are some situations you can't stage. You can't stage it. This is not a stage one. This is real. You know me, I won't open my mouth to say anything unnecessarily, but when I say it, I'll get my evidence clear before you. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Yeah, thanks for calling back.
Yeah,
yes.
I called earlier.
Yes.
It's the line clear now.
Yeah, it's better now. Yes. Please go ahead. I think it's where she's located that she's having that problem. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. And so what I was saying is basically like the modern slavery is actually in existence in the UK. The thing is, they bring you here, tell you a different thing when you're back home. And when you come, where in my own situation, I had to work in a home agency. I was not allowed to work elsewhere. And when things are being done back home, probably there's like family asked to make contribution, she tells you, oh, that's the reason why I brought you here. So make sure your next 2 weeks pay, you have to give it to me. She tells you, we have to send certain money back home. I will bring this bit, you have to bring that bit. But I will end up finding out that she didn't even send any money. She set up a business. The business did not work. And in that situation, I have to work to pay for the business because my own brother mismanaged it. When it was time for extension, when she needs to give me documents to back up to say I have to continue in school, she did not give me the documents. And that was when I started having problems with home office. Because they said I had to stop and go back home because my sponsor does not have enough funds to look after me. So what I'm saying is, if there is any way you see my own case, when I did, at the end of the day, I got pregnant. I was maltreated, telling me, why do I have to get pregnant?
Pregnant for who? Got pregnant for who?
For my grandfather. And she brought me here to look after her business. Now that I'm pregnant, she wants me to train some new staff who is going to do it. You know, so the thing is, I don't know, it's difficult opening up to people because you don't know who you do. But I will use this opportunity to tell anybody that if they have the opportunity to speak with you or any other person, they should please do. I know it's not easy because most people are locked in. In my own case, I was stopped from working. I didn't have money to pay my bills. She knew I had a child. You understand? Even the husband was like, now that your sisters asked you to leave, how are you going to survive? I said, well, I don't know. Just because she wants me to come into work whenever she wants me to and kicks me out, you understand, when she gets the necessary people. So modern slavery is here, live and direct in the UK. It's the glory of God and probably, you know, self-determination, like I really need to get out of this. Because some people do not have it. You just have to speak to yourself and say, how do I go about it? Like, we come to the UK, we don't really know what is what. You understand? Some people don't even have access to the internet, no library, no book, nothing. They only live on what they are told in that house. In my own case, when I came, I panicked a lot. All they would tell me, like, if not for me, you will not be in the UK. If not for me, you cannot eat. If not for me, it was like, if not for me, if not for me. So I was like, okay, this if not for me is killing me. Okay, let me do it for myself. It was tough, but I thank God. I am out of it. I have sorted myself with the home office, and it was tough, but it's difficult for people to come out. For that lady to come to you to say, I need help, she must have gone through a lot. There are people who don't have the opportunity to even speak to anybody. Even their next door neighbor, they are not allowed to. So if there is any way you create more awareness, please do. Because there are a lot of us in this UK dying from silence, fear of the unknown, lack of ignorance, lack of no knowledge. And especially our Nigerians, they will go home. It's not just into institution, man. It's in other ways. In my own case, I was not forced to pursue, but I was forced to work and bring money. And if I don't work, if I don't bring the money, it's taken forcefully because they have to transfer the money to me. So it doesn't even come to me at all. So what can I do? All in the name of, if not for me, if not for me. So it's really in existence in the UK. It is. But it takes a lot of guts for somebody to walk out or stand up for themselves. It was tough, but I am out of it.
Thank you,
So
sister.
people should, yes, thank you, ma.
Thank you
People
so
should
much.
learn from this.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, thank you, bye.
It's real. It's not fake. It's actually happening. There is a chat written out there from Kemi Mashood. Kemi basically saying that it's happening right now, next door to her. You know, not within Nigeria, not England. You understand? So it's happening at the moment. It's real. It's real. It's real. And believe me or not, it is real. It is real. They are being investigated. She said this is taking place in Newcastle. They are Eastern Europe. They were brought into the United Kingdom to enslave them, to use them, you know. But those people are being investigated at the moment, northeast of England in Newcastle there. So it's an epidemic problem. It's a global one. It's not for one country to say this is the country problem. But I streamline it intentionally to close it down to home office immigration issue and slim it down to the developing world, closely looking at how people are being brought into the country in the name of invitation to treat. You know, invitation to treat. They brought them, they tricked them to bring them to the country, and as soon as they are here, it's something entirely. Hello?
Hello, ma.
Yes.
Hello, ma.
Ẹ káàsán. Thank God ọkùnrin sọ.
Ẹ̀rọ ma o. Mo
Yeah.
máa ń gbádùn program yìí gan mo ń wò báyìí, mo gbádùn ẹ̀ gan ma.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni.
Yes, ma. Mo kàn ní one question ni ma, ẹ má bínú ma.
Ṣé ó dá lórí nǹkan tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí yìí?
Mo mọ̀ bí ẹ wà online báyìí.
But ẹ sọ pé program mi lẹ̀ ń wò lọ́wọ́. So if you are watching my program, you should know that I'm
The
online.
previous one ni mo ń wò ma.
No, I'm
Mo mọ̀ bí ẹ wà online.
on live
Ṣé lórí
program.
Facebook lẹ́wà ma?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, so ẹ careful.
Okay, máa jọ yín sí. Ṣé mo lè pe yín padà tẹ́ bá parí program?
Ẹ pè mí padà tí máa parí program.
Ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ṣe gan ma.
No worries. Modern day slavery is a real problem. So it's not a fiction one. It's a real one. It's fact. It's real. It's true. And it is only God that can save us from this problem. But the government and the society is holding its citizens subjects. So the subject is that Can you lower your device for me? Lower your device. Lower your device, please.
All right, okay.
Thank you. We're talking about modern day slavery in line with human trafficking.
All right. Actually, I can speak English, but I want to speak Yoruba so that I will be able to, say my mind properly. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My brother, my little brother, was telling me something similar, which is not even in the UK anyway, but it's among Nigerian people. He lives in Asia, which is actually in India. Yes.
Yeah.
So there's one guy, he told me that I won't pay a lady can walk in Nigeria. But one port anyway.
Okay.
But he can't do so for me, so long rescue, because my younger brother is the Oba Odua of Bangalore in India. So I look the Ashoju Awon Nigerian India, the Odua. So on quick case in Oba was his one that went to go and rescue the girl. So he said, one quick I want to request for war. So on meet up when I calculate, but every money was bemo was sacked láti.
Wọ́n ń gbé fún ọkùnrin káàkiri.
Yeah, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Ó sákò láti maybe New Delhi, I don't know. So wá sí Bangalore. So my brother and the rest, because he's the old guy, because they help out. Sometimes it's on the Facebook, we will give you the details later. He's the one that helped them to secure the girl. So that's because one threatened them, a lot of things, a lot of things, one threatened. And also, one way, which is what on the shit, and then like to protect your money. Because I know we want to request for where they put you or something like that. So, only many of them don't share it. Not even one, not even two, because most of them, because we program will program by like similar to what we saw last time. Only many of it, many. So, we are open because I understand the.
Ṣé that particular lady yẹn wọ́n lò fún iṣẹ́ aṣẹ́wó ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ha.
Ṣé kan fi ṣe nìyẹn and that was in India to me, India. Ẹ̀mí ò lè gbé mọ́ kó ṣe sámú lọ́wọ́ nìyẹn.
Ah. Why are human beings so heartless?
India to begin. It's very big.
Yes, it's a very big continent. Yeah, very big country. Very. India is a big country. Yes.
So actually, it was the one that helped them. This guy cannot. She said she can't do this. So we only like to make down here. So we only like to feel it because it's although she I showed you
ara mélòó náà ni body náà tí mama sùn ti different. I said, how much is the body? How big is the body? Tí mama sùn ti different man, possibly 4-5 in a day.
Yeah. So my the picture.
Really sad. It's so saddening.
Yeah. So. Don't understand what is actually going on.
It's happening. It's been on for ages, for years, and government turned blind ear to it. Yeah, they turned blind here. Even the lady that said that 2 weeks ago was because of the wind rush. That's why they are now opening every dead cases. It was because of the wind rush. Yes. Yes, exactly. Yes. It's actually happening in England. Korokoro, from Nigeria into this country, diaspora. It's so terrible. It's terrible.
I only know about the history and all those countries, like Holland and all that.
Look. Okechukwu Matthew said that it's happening right now in Libya. It's happening in Libya. Continuous sentence. Yeah. Continuous sentence. Continuous happening.
The thing is that they didn't tell those girls, like that one of 13 years old.
No.
They didn't tell her what she was going for.
No.
Because
I was at the airport in Lagos waiting for my aircraft to start loading, which is coming to United Kingdom, and I saw the aircraft Emirates going to Oman. Those girls that were going inside that aircraft were 13-14 years old from Nigeria going to Oman, and I actually stopped one or two of them. I said, where are you going to? She said they are going to Oman to work. I said, what can 14-year-old do in Oman?
Can you believe that?
She said our agent has arranged for the work, so they are going to work.
The visa fee to all those Asia countries.
I know.
The visa fee for the Asia countries, like India and all that, is about 100,000, which is not even cheap.
Yes.
For why? So almost a lot of Nigerians are going there.
Yes.
And all that, so they now inflated. So on our other issues, they're still rushing there.
To India. What are they doing in India?
In India.
In India.
Even in Egypt. Because I know some people. I was talking to there was a girl, she was my schoolmate, and she told me that she was in Egypt. I said, what are you doing in Egypt? And we were doing a child, what's it called, child minder. The one gets in a month for $500.
Yeah.
I say $500. So me, I don't want to even to ask her most question. I know that not even only that one they're doing. They're
At
doing
all.
the other one
At
as
all.
well.
Yes.
So I'm not daft.
Yes.
But me, I'm very much question away.
Yes.
So about no. This is just like that girl of 13 years old.
Yes.
I don't. There's nobody that will tell her that age, even
No.
10, 12, 13, that we're taking her abroad, that she will not be happy because of the poverty.
Yes.
You know, imagine I thought, she might take go on this all to tell she was after so we are taking her abroad. You know, I did. But about David by one, it's something else. No matter what, she can't really go.
Thank you so much, caller. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Okay.
Annie Jane said, why are we female suffering in this world? Are you female not even attacking each other yourself? Is female not even hurting female? So it's not about female. Is it not female that is even taking female to travel and do prostitution? Is it not female that is setting female up? Is it not female that is looking for downfall of a other female counterpart? It's got nothing to do with sexuality. It's about the damage in the brain of individual. The damage that is in the skull of individual brain that makes them think outside the box and do things irrational. It's not about female to female, because female to female are not helping at all. Female to female is a worse scenario. The guy that rescued this female in India is a guy, is not a female. And it's possible that it's her female counterpart that brought her to the male for prostitution in India. So it's not about the male or sexuality at all. It's about something that's damaged in the brain that is irreplaceable and makes them think irrationally. Is it not female that set female up for downfall? Is it not female that destroy female's character and credibility and lifestyle? If we look about men issue, the world would have been better if it's men alone. It is we women that are damaging the world. We women, we have destroyed the world at large. We should talk to ourselves first before even blaming male at all. We have so much to cheer in this problem. It is us. Because when you are in the house, if your man is doing something wrong, a woman can control and say, listen, that is not fair. But it is we women that are destroying the world at large. We are the one antagonizing this problem, antagonizing each other. We are the one adding injury to the insult to the injury. I have grown more than that to be saying that male. It's a matter of common sense. It's not about man. It's not about men. It's not about male. It's about something damaged in the skull that is irreplaceable. And as a result of that, it's causing problem in the society, in the world at large. All this madam that take people on trafficking to Europe for prostitution. What is it male? Is it male doing it? All this called madam, so, madam this, madam that. It is a shame that we still have the kind of situation we have in the society. The question I'm asking is that what is the Home Office doing to assist those who are being trafficked, who are being kept in the door on the modern day slavery? The question I'm asking that is yet to be resolved is what is government doing? The first Secretary of State, the second Secretary of State, are they not female? The last two Secretary of States in the United Kingdom for the Home Department, are they not female? They're supposed to come to power and touch that area, look into it straight away and deal with it. They never dealt with it. Instead, irrational law is being introduced to make life difficult and sending out people out there and says they want to have a cap on immigration and remove people unnecessarily, remove wrong people with strong articulate rights. Remove wrong people with strong articulate rights. I'm on Facebook, young man. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. I'm on live video.
Hello.
I'm on live video. Can you hear me?
Hello.
I'm on live video. Simple word. So there is so much happening. So we cannot even say female, why are we in problem? Why are we in turmoil? Why are we in this? We are our own enemies. We are not even our sisters' keepers in the world at large. Females are not even their sisters' keepers. So sometimes when I looked at the whole scenario and situation, I don't want to campaign for female anymore. I want to campaign for human rights generally. Because the campaign doing for female are not helping it at all. They are making it worse. Even when they hold a position of high esteem, they are not helping people at the bottom. They take advantage of vulnerability and make life difficult for others. So why should I be campaigning for women again when you are not even assisting the work to move forward, you female? I cannot stood low and start talking crap about men. Coming out and talk crap about men all the time. I can't. I have a man, I have children, I have male, I have brothers, I have cousins, I have in-laws. They are males, so I cannot continue to insult male all the time. You know, I cannot continue to insult male all the time. We need to check ourselves. We have problems among ourselves. We need to look into that. We have the first Secretary of State to the previous one, the last one, the two Secretary of State, they are females. What have they done to assist the problem of this modern slavery? Even they look at the Windrush issue. It was coming at the time of when we have a female Secretary of State who's supposed to intervene and do something. Instead of that, she passed a cogent and stringent law to make life difficult for migrants to move forward in life. And then the second one, the counterpart came in as well. The last one, she too joined hands with her and make life unbearable for the migrants. So, I don't know, female, are you going to say the system has not done enough to put female in a good position? That Secretary of State position is the second to none in the United Kingdom. When you look at the defense, you look at the Home Secretary, and you look at the Foreign Secretary, apart from Prime Minister, they are the most tolerable and most esteemed high position in the political power of corridor in the United Kingdom here in the UK. Yeah? And yet people fail to understand what we are talking about, where we are coming from, where we are going. Those positions are the most valuable, invaluable one in the corridor of power in our parliament here. Corridor of power. Foreign Secretary, Home Secretary, and the Defense Secretary, apart from the Prime Minister who hold the keys to life. Apart from her, in the UK, the next serious position, Defense, Foreign, and Home Secretary. And we have a female. We have females twice. Even at the Labour government time, we have females. Yes, we have females twice at Labour government time as well, recently. What more do we need? What more do we want? You see, we've been given a teeth to use, but we use it to bite each other instead of using it to bite enemies. The issue here is that what is the government doing? And these are the people that are supposed to assist and control this problem. When a child is being brought into the country, they need to ask questions. Why are they brought into the country? And let me tell you, the modern day slavery still continues because a lot of Nigerians on the local ground bring their children here and dump them with their friends. You bring your children in the name of looking for free education. When you are working with a oil company, you have a good business in Nigeria, and you brought your children here and dumped them because you want to keep your children safe. If you want to keep a child safe, go and put them in a boarding house. Put them in boarding school. Give them a better education, private education, instead of dumping them with friends and neighbors here in the UK on a visiting visa, 6 months visa. So the modern day slavery, we are the one encouraging it ourselves. We are the one helping it in the diaspora. I talk less about other counterpart country, but let's talk about the reality of it. It is us that is encouraging the modern day slavery because we are looking for cheap way of life. Cheap way of life. We are the one looking for it. You will bring a child to UK on a holiday. You will now say that the child refused to follow you. How can your child control you? How can your child refuse to follow you to return back to the country? Quote my word. I am not dipping my hand in any signature for anybody. Hell no. No way. Because when you bring them in, you invite them in, they dump the kids here, and then you are in trouble. So why are you having it yourself? Why are you tolerating it? Why are you encouraging it? They dump the kids into you in the United Kingdom. United Kingdom is not a dumping ground. It's only a country which can only take maximum of 60 million. Even that 60 million, it's the foreigner, the black people, the ethnic people that expanded it. UK was around 10,000 to 15 million before. It was the foreigner that expanded and expanded and expanded. And make it more larger like that. It was a small continent, and that is why it's a small island standing on its own. He cannot take more than what he can chew. Let's be frank with each other and tell the truth. The modern day slavery is causing from us, sometimes from the grassroots. And it needs to be controlled. We have to help each other. Don't allow them to bring the kids into the UK and dump them to you anymore. If you stop it, it will stop. It is you that you are taking your friend's family, your family's children without taking appropriate visa for them. You are the one that are encouraging the modern day slavery. Because when they come in on a visit visa 2 weeks on August holiday, they dump the kids with you and they go back. And you are struggling with what you have already. Of what use? What is your gain? So you are the one encouraging modern day slavery and human trafficking because it's not your child, it's somebody else's child that you are looking after. Causing problem. Let's be realistic. Let's be frank to each other. It is not possible. So you are the one encouraging it. You are the one helping people to do the trafficking, to do the modern day slavery. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to move on to my day work today. I'll see you next time when I come on board. I want to appreciate all of you for being online. I became Mamsi Ashabi, thank you. Eloho, thank you. Kevin, thank you. Grace, thank you. Victoria Faith, thank you. Kemi Moshood, thank you all of you. I want to applaud you. I want to say continue to join me and put the notification on. We just started. You haven't seen anything. I'll be bringing it on as it is hot. I'll be bringing it on. Rose Amaka, thank you. Esther Shodia, thank you. Yoyo Otunbaloju Shote, thank you. Otunbaloju Shote, thank you. Oliver, thank you. I appreciate you. Abosede Oshikoya, Osaya Def Eran, Mosiah Ade Wumi, thank you. Kemi Folake Olufunlayo of Agbo, thank you. Ike Anabi, thank you. Mosiah Obawo, thank you. Adenike Dosumu, Ike, thank you. Tim Akitunde, Eli Ashibelo, thank you. Oluremi Gold, thank you. Hello, Messiah, thank you everybody. Show your love. Thank you so much. Annie Jane, Timmy, Retiola, thank you so much. Olasunbo, Momsi Aliyah, thank you. Hello, Abike, thank you. Annie Jones, Oluremi, Okechuku Pius Matthew, thank you so much for your support. Thank you all of you. Lawrence Toluwani, thank you. Yamu Lovet Ogboro, thank you. Mojisola Olakanmi, Jesui, thank you. Oluremi Gold, Blessing, Erubo, Layinka, Kemi. I want to thank you all of you. There's so many names here. I cannot call everybody here. Shadi Aniola, thank you. Yewumi, very well, thank you. Mike, thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. Archie's Corp, thank you. Solomon De Hamante Okunaye, thank you. Amajesu, thank you. Iyabo Bello, thank you. Mohadi Dutch, thank you. China Golom, thank you. Solomon, thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you next when I come back. I have to go now. I was using my iPhone 7 Plus to record, and the battery is quite low, and I need to go on to the next program. Ladies and gentlemen, I remain humble. Tokunbo Olagbaye. May the peace of the Lord be with you. Go out there and enjoy the sunshine. It's really hot in England. I love you guys.